Welcome back to Cameron Airwalker's channel. This is going to be a video on a different game called Wurm Unlimited. It's another MMO sandbox game that I enjoy playing. Right now I have signed up with a server. This is Wurm Unlimited, not to confuse it with Wurm Online. So right now I'm in the character creation stage, which is at the very beginning when you join a server. You have to buy this game off of Steam. It's called Wurm Unlimited. Once you have purchased it, then you have the ability to go in and select from the many different servers that are there that are available to play on someone's server that they have created, or you can generate your own land-based, or otherwise you can pay for a server and then upload your material, your custom map, or whatever you want to do to it. But for all intents and purposes, this video is going to be as if you were to just buy the game and then want to hurry up and jump into it and play it. So I have joined up with a server. I'm not going to mention the server's name right now. And I have selected a server that has 7 times the skill tick, which means the skill is going to be extremely fast earning it or obtaining it. I choose to be male. Okay, this is how you start off right here. You'll have a tutorial bar over here off to the left, and on the right here, as soon as you start, you'll be able to design the look of your character. So we'll give this guy some features. Okay, right. I'll keep it there. We'll give him some hair. And keep him with a goatee. We'll turn it white. And there you go. And once you decide this is how you want your character to look, basically that's it. They do give you, I think it just depends on the server, they give you a mirror where you can go back and change how you look later down the road. But I'm sure that's the way I want them to look. So then you have to go through the tutorial. I'm going to run through and skip a bunch of this, but when you join up in the game and it's the first time playing, you're going to want to do this tutorial all the way through. You're going to want to read everything because it's going to explain on how to do everything within this game. If you skip through everything and you don't read it and you don't follow the tutorial, I promise you're going to get out of this game agitated real quick and find it very boring. So you need to go through the tutorial and basically read up on everything. It'll tell you what keys you can use to walk about. I'm just going to go through and skip everything because I've already done all this. And it's a lengthy little tutorial. This game is as realistic as you're going to get. Playing in a fantasy world where you have to craft just about everything without having that Minecraft feel to it. It has that feel, but it's totally different. Before this was available on Steam for purchase under Wurm Unlimited, it was online, Wurm Online. You can still join Wurm Online and play Wurm Online. Um, the difference between Wurm Unlimited and Wurm Online is you're playing on designated servers that they require you to pay a monthly subscription fee. Um, they require you to buy in-game currency so that you can make purchases amongst players. Um, they have strict rules against griefing and censorship based on what you can say within the game. It has a online community, a forum. You can join all that. There's a lot of help there online to get you going, to get you to understand how the game works, how to play it. They have a PvP server online to where you can join up and you can all battle it out. I haven't been on the online version for a very long time. Not since they released Unlimited. I found Unlimited to be much better. I like the freedom within Unlimited. Um, but in any case, so you finish up with the tutorials. And go ahead and X that out of this. But they do have like first steps, what you can do, chop down trees, flatten the tile. It kind of walks you through everything, some of the things that you should do. I might leave that bar up for a little bit. Characteristics of your character. So everybody starts off on this server, and this is different for different servers. But your body strength is 20, your body stamina is 20, your body control is 20. I have a funny feeling everything is 20. Let's see, mind logic's 25. Uh, soul depth, religion. Okay. And basically you're at a starting point of 1 on everything except for fighting. And you can get all this skill, you can get it all up, and it's extensive. This is your skill tree. It just shows you how extensive this is. Um, there's just so much you can craft in this game. So much you can do. Carpentry, mining. It just goes on and on and on. Okay, so we're going to get out of that. We're going to kind of walk around. And everything in this game is player made. Player or GM made. So when you buy this game, you buy it on Steam, and if you're not hosting the server on your own PC and you're renting a server, you'll start off with 1 or 2 of the maps that come available with the game. And you're either in adventure mode or you're not in adventure mode, and you're either going to make your game PvP or you're going to make it PvE, which is player versus everything. It's just not PvP. Player versus player. So you'll decide at that point what you're going to do for your world, for your server, how you're going to set it up. This white light here, okay, this is where the 3 altars are at, and the 3 altars are dedicated to the 3 prime religions. This is the same for any server you go to, and those 3 are the good religions, or I should say better religions. Then there's the black light, which, let's see if we can find it here. I may not be in a spot to where I can pick up the black light, but there's a black light, and that's the evil religions. Okay, this is obviously the starter deed for this server. So the first thing you do, you come over here, see what the sign says. Come down here, tells you it's a large wooden sign. Right-click portal, choose examined portal. Has been firmly secured to the ground. This is by probably one of the GMs or the server owner. Barely make out the signature of its maker. Okay, so it's telling me that there is a portal, and if I use it or activate it, it's going to port me to South Fall East Beach, which is another place that I can go to if I want to set up my first. Well, you only get one, but it's set up your first settlement. So you get 1 settlement per character that you can have. And some places will make you pay for the settlement. Some places will have free deeding, which means you can deed it. Some will have restrictions that you can only deed it so big, and then others will have no restrictions. Some will have upkeep, some won't. So coming in here, this is like a little makeshift rest area, but he serves food and drink. If you look up here on the left-hand corner, this is your stamina bar. Right now I'm at 100% health. And this is my nutrition bar here. Calories, carbs, fats, proteins. Yes, in this game you have to cook. You have to feed your character. You have to eat, or bad things happen to you. You have to drink water. If you don't drink water, you run slow everywhere. Um, your nutrition's important because the better the nutrition, the better your skill tick, the better ratio you have at producing better things. Um, so it's all very important. But you can come to him first and ask for refreshment, and he'll help with these numbers. See how that changed for my nutrition here. Okay, so now my nutrition is at 50%, whereas it was real low at the very start. So that's the first thing you want to do, and it's good that they offered that for new players coming in to their server so that they can get a little bit of a step ahead here. And if you want to drink water, you just go down to wherever there's water at, uh, be it a well or just off out here into the water, uh, river, pond, whatever, and you just right click on it. It'll say, do you want to take a drink? You take a drink. There you go. And it'll bring this blue bar all the way back up. Mine was already up, so it didn't matter. You can, some deeds, this thing right over here is a token. This is the marker for the deed, and you can get the deed's information off this token. You do that by examining it. First you can examine it, and it'll tell you whatever information is available on the settlement. So it tells me that there's 3 guards within the vicinity. So the mayor of this village or settlement has set up 3 guards. Um, we'll go to the settlement and we'll go ahead and get area history. So this tells me everything that's gone on for a while, and these are real dates. So as of April 22nd, there was a settlement founded by Kurgan called Hellflower. Tells the founding time and date when that settlement was set up, and it kind of gives you an idea how active this server is. Is it active? How many settlements there is? What's been going on. But this is the information that this token can provide you when you go to examine certain features on it. You can set up a bank here so that you can manage in-game currency that you'll require through either selling and trading items, or maybe you're going out foraging, or maybe you're destroying monsters and monsters will have drops and you'll pick up money that way. Maybe you'll go on a treasure hunt. There is treasure maps that you can pick up as the game progresses where you'll go on that. Maybe you'll find some coin that way, or maybe you'll barter and trade with the trader, because there is a trader in this game. I don't know about this server, but other servers do allow traders, and you could trade the stuff that you craft to it and make money that way. We don't have a bank, so I don't know if I really want to set up my bank here, because it takes a while. Once you set up a bank and move it to another settlement, it takes a while for that to switch over. And I want to look at my inventory to see if this server started me off with a deed stake, which they did. This is the deed stake. So they're allowing me to have a free deed. And once I go and explore and travel a bit, I can go set up my first deed. So in my inventory, I have a hatchet. They have all the basic essential tools you're going to need to start the game off at the very beginning. There are some servers that will start you off with nothing. And those are really difficult, more advanced servers where they basically want you to build everything from scratch. And they more than likely, some of those servers have a real real low skill tick, which means it takes you forever to get your skill up. But they started you off on this server here that I'm playing with basically all of the essentials. I have a hatchet, a shovel, a carving knife, flint and steel, everything. And all of this has purpose. My sword is not equipped on my character yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to get off this. we're going to come over here to bar. Let me see if I can find it. There's the menu right there. So I'm going to come over to character, and we're going to go to my inventory again. You press I, and that'll bring up your inventory. And I'm going to take my sword, and I'm going to switch it out from the saw. I don't know why they put the saw in, but I'm going to switch it over to sword. So there's my sword. So now my arm is equipped, or my hand is equipped with the sword, and I'm also going to put the shield in the other hand. So now I'll put it actually in the shield spot. This is the shield spot up here. And as you can see, he's equipped with leather armor. And on this, you need to put everything on your character sheet so that it holds it. So if I had a ring, I'd put it here. If I had another ring, I'd put it there. Um, let's see, I think of a necklace here. Any of the shoulder padded armor would go here. If I had a better tool belt, it would go here. You start off with a basic 2-panel tool belt, I believe. If I had a quiver, it would go there. And also when you're wanting to do certain features, your backpack goes up here. If I had a mask, it would go here. But let's say you need to do some features, okay? So this is hands. So if I was going to do some sort of crafting, or I was doing something I needed to use my hands, then I would click on this and it'd give me that option, okay? It also pulls up these various tabs here, okay? If you come over here on the body, you can manage. Same thing, it gives you various tabs that you can do here, animals, that kind of stuff. So just a quick overview. Volare map, it has to do with adventure. It shows you little things that you can eventually travel to this area where the gods are at. I never really got into much doing the adventuring aspect of this, but that's what this is all about. You can go to Wikipedia, Wurm Unlimited, and look up how this works. It'll tell you how it works and how to do it. But like I said, I personally never got into the adventuring part of Wurm Unlimited. I was always just too busy crafting. Settings, this does have music. I have shut it off because obvious reasons, recording. But it does have music. It's just kind of okay, just so-so music. And also has sound effects. You can turn all that on. The fighting in this game is real basic. At some point, we will do some fighting, but at the very beginning, we don't want to fight because we don't have hardly any skill at all. More than likely going to die right off the bat. So it's not even any fun at this point to attempt it. If it was something small, sure I would. But okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to kind of look around a little bit. This here is a loom in the corner. When it says you hear bees, they're talking about there's a hive nearby. If you get close to the hive, the bees could attack you, and yeah, you could take some damage. So you could activate this. If the player on the deed has allowed for it to be activated, you could activate this. And if you had, you could add it to your crafting window, so you pull it up. And if I had some cotton, I could throw it here into this slot, and I could start to create a string. I don't have any. He's got a barrel over here. It's probably got water in it. Nope, he doesn't got anything in it. He's got a forge. So if I had a way to fuel this, or actually this is a stove, this is an oven, so maybe you could use it, maybe you couldn't. It depends on what his settings are in this building, but it'll allow you to cook. Okay, there's all kinds of stuff in here in his food storage. Now, it depends on what his settings are. If his settings are protected against you taking stuff from his storage, then you can't take it. The guards won't let you. So let's see if it'll let me take some of this stuff with me. It'd be nice if it did, but I don't think it's gonna. It'll stay down here if I can. Oh, so it did. So that's kind of cool. So now I've got 3 potatoes. I think I'm going to keep those. I'm going to take his pumpkin too, because this will be very important down the way to doing some gardening. Take some corn. And I'm not feeling bad about taking this guy's stuff because he's probably a GM. He's probably the server creator, and he's put all this stuff in here, or other people have. So it was put here to help people, to help noobs. Um, and I could take some of this other stuff, but right now, I just don't need it for right now. So lettuce. And you don't want to get over encumbered because you can only carry so much stuff. So that's important. This game is really, really realistic in things. It's not, if you're the type of person that wants to jump into a game and learn the game in 5 minutes and then just go off on your own, this is not the game. This game takes patience. It takes time to learn it, and it takes a lot of time to play it. And to master it, it takes years of playing it, and even then. So, looking at his fields, this is not ready to harvest, but this may be ready to harvest. And you could do that by clicking on your rake, so like I'm doing right here. I'll click on it, and it says farm. So I'm going to go ahead and farm it. It'll give me a little bit of skill boost too. And maybe this action wouldn't have been allowed here, but since this is a starter deed for new players, they've allowed me to do this action on it. I'm going to come over here. I've already farmed this square, so I'm going to come over here and try to farm this square. And you could farm every one of these squares, provided that the deed allows me to do it, and gain skill. And I'll show you, this server is set up for fast skill tech. So I've already got a farming increase of 2 from just farming 2 little squares. I'm going to keep doing it because it's great skill. It's free skill. I don't even have to mess around. Okay, that swirl meant that I found something. Um, I don't know what I found. When it swirls like that, it usually means that you've gotten or you've obtained or you have done something rare. Um, what we could do is we can go to our skill. That's my inventory. Let's go to skills. There's what's called an affinity, and it's a perk that you get in your skills. So I'm coming up here, it'll have a little asterisk next to it, and I'm looking to see if my affinity is in farming. It doesn't, my affinity is in body, actually. That's not bad, but that's what an affinity looks like right there. So I don't know, it didn't really give me anything. I could harvest this field. So let's go ahead and harvest it. I don't think he's going to care. So it gave me some pea pods. Man, big deal. I really want the cotton though. So we're gonna go ahead and farm this and then harvest it because this is cotton. At least I think it is. Nature increased. What did it give me? Did not give me any cotton. It doesn't look like I got anything from that. That looks like a lavender. You can always examine the field too, and it'll tell you what it is. Come back over here. So this is a okay. What's this field here then? It doesn't say anything. We'll go ahead and farm it. We'll go ahead and harvest it and see what it gives me. So this was an onion field. The pumpkin's a good one though to farm. I really wanted some cotton, but wool would be nice too. Let's see. Yeah, WIMP. I'm sorry, not WOD. WIMP. WIMP is used for making rope thread. So it's, or fiber rather. It's a good, it's good to have. But I'll take that pumpkin. Pumpkin's really important for making meals. And I'd say I got just about enough, because if you start to get over encumbered, then you start to slow down and you can't move that fast. And it's just not a good thing. There's clay. I could shovel some clay, use it to do other things, to make stuff. I would be surprised if he didn't have a mine somewhere on this. I'm going to assume that he does. We'll go up here a little ways, but I need to be careful not to run into a spider or some other beast. Would be nice if I found a horse, though. Okay, so he does have a starter mine. So this is good if I wanted to come in here. And you know, I could stay here for a while if I wanted to. I could build a little house here, and I could stay here off this deed somewhere nearby and use access to his mine if I wanted to just get going, get started, and get the necessities that I need. Because he's got everything here. There's silver, there is iron, there's another iron vein. So yeah, he's got basically everything. These are reinforced walls. So where the reinforced walls are at, you can't bust through them. You can't do any mining. So I can't get any mining skill by staying here. Everything would be low, real low quality. But I might be able to use his mine to get the materials I need. So I'd actually have to go off deed, open up my own mine somewhere, and just to raise up my mining skill. Part of the fun is doing your own stuff, creating your own stuff. So he had stairs. Let's go see. There might be actually a trader upstairs, and that would be interesting. Well, there's beds. He's got a fireplace, so you probably could rest in these beds and give yourself some sleep bonus, which is what this gray or dark gray um, bar is here, is sleep bonus, and you can activate that sleep bonus, and that'll give you an increase to your skill tick when you're skilling up on whatever you're skilling up on. So if you're grinding blacksmithing, or you're grinding farming, or whatever, it'll give you a bit of a skill tick, a bonus. Let's see. I never even read the sign in the farm. Let's go read the sign. Looters will be shot. I'm just joking. I don't know what it says. It says, please replant whatever you harvest. Oh, well, there's a whole bunch of rare snowballs. I'm not going to take her snowballs. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to replant because I'm doing a video right now. And it's not very nice. I should, but I'm doing stuff right now. Cart parking, so they want you to park your cart here. That's interesting. Okay, so um, so the mine was back that way. Up here is the main road. Let's see what the sign says here. Okay, a marker. Probably goes up to another settlement, or maybe something else. I don't know. Let's go up here and take a look. So what we're doing now is just kind of venturing out, looking for an ideal spot where maybe we can settle. You could also stay on a deed like that and ask to join the deed as a citizen if you didn't want to have your own deed. I noticed there I said I left Central Lakes, just letting me know that I left the protection of the deed. So now I'm kind of on my own. The guards may or may not go out this far. It does have weather in this game, seasons, rain, weather, snow. Um, looks like this is kind of built up area over here. Huh, somebody's house. Well, I guess the guards do go up this way. You can see the Spirit Templar right there. And that is what he is. He's a Spirit Templar. If you broke the laws, he'd come and, if you kept breaking the laws, he'd come and have a chat with you. And usually it's a hostile chat. But more than anything else, he's there for your protection in case you run into something that's a monster or whatever. He'll come and fight and help you. If there was a tower and it had living guards in it, you would type into your chat bar here for local. Right here, you come down here and you type help, and the tower guards would come out and help you fight something like spiders or whatever if they're within 50 tiles of the tower. Um, I don't see any guard towers though along this area. I do have to be careful. That looks like that's a bull. Okay, so there's a cow. I could go wrestle up the cow and bring him with me with my rope. Maybe I will. It gives me something to do and show you guys in this video. So let's go ahead and we'll activate our inventory again. We'll get our rope. We'll go get the cow. And who knows, maybe when I get my deed set up, um, maybe I'll be a rancher of cattle. So we're going to lead him. He's an old cow. Come back down, take a look. So he's right behind me, so he is following me. Another thing you can do is if your skill is up, you can ride him. I'm allowed to ride him, so now I'm mounted onto the cow, and I can go ahead and ride him. And to control, you're going to be pressing A and D for steering, and your arrow keys to go up, or to go backwards, and to go forwards, you press up. Something else over here. Is it a dog or a deer? It's a deer. So if I wanted to, I could hunt it, kill it, get some more meat, but I don't really want to. I'm going to take off this inventory bar just so that we can see what's around us. Um, over the years, since Wurm Unlimited has come out, there has been lots of changes both online and on the Unlimited version for Steam. These are cat's eye. They're marker points for the highway. Um, just to designate that this road is a highway, and it's used as a marker to relay for in-game mapping signage. Okay, so you know what? There's a horse. And since I can mount the bull, I more than likely can mount the horse. The horse is going to move faster. And I can still keep this cow. I can still keep this bull. So what I'll do is I'll get up close to the horse and I'll get off the bull. So you got to click on the bull. I'll disembark. And then I'm going to come up over here and I'm going to lead. Oh, the horse ran away from me. Horse, why did you run away from me? Let's see. I'm going to run up here and I'm going to lead the horse. And then I'm going to ride the horse. So now I've got the horse. And I'm going to come back before my bull disappears. We're going to use that same rope and we're going to lead the cow. Okay, so now the cow will fall behind my horse with me. And there we go. Take a look around, make sure there's nothing here, no creatures, no bears, no spiders, or other baddies in the area. So it's dark. It's really getting dark. The sun's down. That's why it's so dark. I don't have a light source. I don't have a lantern. I don't have a torch. Oh, there's a pig. This is livestock haven here. Um, there's a sheep. Wow. I've just encountered just about every animal, farm animal in the game. Next will be a chicken. Let's see. Here's the seal. Everything is player made or GM made. On these private servers like this, GMs or whoever owns the server makes a lot of this stuff. So my guess is like this bridge here, John Jeffs Flatstone Brick Bridge. So John Jeffs is probably the GM or the server owner or whatever. He's the one that made this bridge. This would take some time to do. You got to craft all the bricks, all the tools that's needed to build the bridge. Their road building is less than desirable. But we want to go out a ways. We don't want to stay here. We want to. I don't want to be too far away from that starter village. I want to be near water so that I can turn around and build boats. And I want just a small, simple little starting deed. I want to be able to mine. Um, there is another bridge that he's got up here, so we can go over to the other side. We could continue down. That's a nice little area right there. Maybe we'll go explore that and see if anybody has settled that. There's strict rules about deeding over a highway. You can't do it, don't try to do it. If you do it, then GM can turn around and confiscate some of your land and say, hey, you can't do that, that's griefing. That's common practice, whether it be on this game, on Unlimited, or if it be on the online version of it. Online version of it would be a lot worse. GMs will really, really tear you apart. So we're going off the road a bit. You do have a compass in this game, so I am kind of playing around with my life a bit here because I don't know what I'm going to turn around and encounter here. Oh, oh. This might be a very short game. That is a troll, and he will really, really screw up my day. He is quite deadly, and oh, and a wolf. Oh yeah. I'm having a bad day here. There's no way I could beat both of these, and I have both on me now. So the only thing I can do at this point is run. I don't have the fight skill to fight either one of them. I don't have the armor. And depending on how fast they're following me, the wolves, you know what, they both have maybe left. We're going to click on no target, and maybe the trolls left me alone. Whew, that's good. Let's get back over the bridge. Yeah, you fight a troll this early in the game, it's guaranteed death. That kind of convinced me to stick around here a bit. I guess we could probably. There's a cobble road here, but we could examine this to see if this is on anybody's deed. So part of Wurm means that it's free for the taking. But this is really a garbaged area. I mean, there's no nothing. I guess we should probably go back over that bridge and go the other direction. There might be better stuff over there on that side. I see a troll right off the bat, though. I mean, and there's no control over that. The server owner, he can reduce how many creatures are in the server, but you want a server that is populated with creatures that makes it more entertaining, fun. Go on the hunts, increase your skill for fighting, but, you know, for a noob starting out, you find a troll like that, it's almost a guaranteed death if you fight it. I am trying to get down to the lower lands here. Um, the problem I see with this is that the land is just not flat in this area. So at my skill level, at my current skill level for excavating or digging, it's just not going to be that great. And of course, I hit a roadblock. And now I'm having a hard time getting back up. And even if I do get out of this, it's difficult. You got to navigate this terrain, and I'm deep right now into the trees. There's a road. Oh, there's that troll too. Look at him. Did you see him? He just walked right on by. Please tell me he's not coming over here to visit me. No, he's a pretty brown horse. Oh boy, this place, it just has nothing but trolls. So I could end up taking some damage here because you just can't really outrun a troll. I mean, I did earlier, but and I'm sure he is on me. Oh yeah, he's on me. He's back there. He's really happy with trying to chase me down. I may actually have to just drop this horse because there's no way I'm going to be able to fight him. I may have to go across the water. I have to get past him before I take some damage. Yeah, so in this particular case, I can't beat him. And trolls can't go off into water. So I had to abandon the horse. And thus, I'm swimming at this point, and I've abandoned the cow. But it's far better than dealing with him. I have no cotton. You could swim a good ways before you run out of stamina. I'm going to head over here. This area looks kind of nice, and I know the road's over there to the left. This area looks flatter, so I might be able to do something here. Again, I apologize for the background noise. I'm not in a studio recording or a private room. I am working on that right now, but for now, it's the best I can do. So, this is a good little introduction to Wurm Unlimited to start off with. In the next video that I do, it'll be us setting up a basic settlement. We'll try to do it maybe in this location here. I'll examine this. It's just grass. If you really want to try to check it out to see if it's available to seed, you would take your shovel, you'd pack the dirt or grass, and then you would examine it and it would tell you. So it's lands of worms, so this is available. This might not be too bad. So in doing this, what I would do is I would try to make a flat square to start off with my shovel. You can take a look at the slopes on both sides. This is 8 slope down. This is 3 slope down. I need to bring this down to this level. So as I dig, I take a look at the slope, which should bring this, bring it to 7, and this is going to be 2. You want to make it even. And you may have to really just dig and kind of play with it before you could flatten it out and make it even. And that says I'm not skilled enough, so I can't get this to where it needs to be because my skill is not good enough to go any further with it. So that's 1 down, that's 6 down. So I can actually probably, to try to help my skill in doing this, we'll bring up the dirt on this end here. So I pull up my inventory, look for the dirt. I'm going to go ahead. You have to get to the real corner of the tile which you want to raise. So I'm going to raise it. I'm going to drop the dirt there so I can raise it. You don't want to drop it as a pile. You want to drop it on the ground. And there we go. And now that might let me dig on the other corner just a little bit more. Nope. It's telling me, nope, forget it. You can't do that. I could try to flatten it, but I'm not skilled enough to flatten it. Well, maybe. I don't think it's going to let me do that, though. Yeah, it says slopes are too steep, so I'm not able to do that. There's no way to flatten it. I could go up a tile, I could dig, but then I'd have to cut all these trees around it. I don't know. I'd have to. May or may not let me dig on this side. Nope, it's not going to. So another thing you could do is go and find clay. You could dig the clay until you build your skill up, which would require me to go back to starter deed. So maybe that's what I'll do. A good point to start is right back at the starter deed. We're not far from it, and we can always get back over here. We may just have to skill up a little bit before we go off and do our own thing. I'm going to take this side bar off for the inventory. And that's if I can find my way back. It shouldn't be too difficult. All we're really looking for is that road. And kind of hope that we don't run into any more trolls. You don't want to hit thorns. You hit thorns, you'll take damage. So watch out for thorn bushes. This right here, that's thorn bush. If I were to run into that, it would do damage to me. You fall off of a hill, you'll take damage. This is a nice flat area here. This would be, okay, I think maybe we can do it right here. So this area here, I could easily flatten out a tile. This one right here. It says that, but I can actually probably just dig. It's flat, that's flat. This border's flat, this border's flat. Okay, the tile itself is actually flat, so we can just go ahead and pack it down. And this one here is flat. Pack it down. That one there is flat, so we'll pack it down. This one here is flat. I got kind of lucky. This is all flat. Okay, and that's good. So then we come over here, right, and we can probably start leveling. And it says it's too steep. And I know that if I try to do it here, it's going to say that tree's in the way. Yeah, so it won't let me really do it here. I could start leveling here and on back, but I'd have to cut these trees down. It's a walnut tree, and not a big deal. I guess we could do it. So we got to go to our hatchet. We'll cut down. That was quick. So that's just an old tree. It didn't really have much. We'll go back to our shovel. We'll see if it'll allow me to start leveling it at this level. Too steep. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to see if we can just dig it. But I'm probably going to have to take that tree out as well. And now it shows my sword as being what's used to cut it, but it's not. It's the hatchet. Okay, let's see if we can dig this side. Okay, I was able to dig it. That's 2, so I want to get it all the way to where it's flat on that side. We're taking the dirt as we go. Now, you can leave it down on the ground as a pile and draw from it later. But for right now, I'm trying to get this tile flat. I'm trying to increase my dig skill. And so this one here too also wants to be 3 down. Okay, so going back to what I said, we're going to make this as a pile. Not on the ground, but as a pile. It'll ask, are you sure you want to do this because of theft? You're going to say, yeah. So there you go. You got it in a pile. We're going to open that pile so it shows 3 dirt. Now you can put a maximum of 100 dirt in one pile, or 100 items in one pile of stuff. We're going to go ahead and dig, and we're going to queue it up so I can do up to 3 or 4 actions, I think it is. So he'll just keep doing it until he's done. Okay, so he's got 2 dirt. I don't know where the other one went, but we're going to go ahead and throw it in there. I'm going to check this off so it'll stop telling me that. And I'm going to look at the tile. The tile is now flat, so I'm going to go ahead and pack it. Now the reason I'm packing it is to help me indicate that these are the tiles that I've already flattened. I know that these are all packed and all flattened. This is a nice little area, and I can examine it too. It's lands of worms, so I can actually set up my first deed here. There's not too far away. There's the reed. Plenty of trees in this area. I'll grant you the forest is kind of old. Not too far away is trolls and other sources of meat and so forth. And yes, you can eat troll meat. Anyways, I think this might be an area that we explored setting up our first little deed to start off with. And you can always get rid of your deeds. You can disband your deeds and move on. But this is not too bad. I'm not far from the starter village, which is important. So when I come back, we'll flatten some more terrain. And maybe I'll get it to a point to where I've flattened enough terrain and you can see me start to build, or at least plan out the structure. I might do a little bit more in a short video of how to dig and flatten out and stuff. And it might be just short videos on doing different things in this game, because this game is a difficult game to learn on your own. You really have to either go through a tutorial and understand everything, but it helps if you play on a server where there's a lot of people who can help answer your questions, because you're going to have a lot of them as you go. But thank you for watching my channel. If you haven't done so, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. that will help support the channel. And by subscribing, you can then enter in comments. You can give me ideas on what you'd like to see for videos. Also, give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed watching my video. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it.